So this is the step that we're going to put on the USB connector onto the Numitron board. And it's a bit tricky. Normally you'll actually want to get it already fixed onto the board, but this video is really then for the hardcore people who want to do absolutely everything themselves. If you want to experience this yourself, then you should tell me that you want the board without the components soldered. I'll be happy, but I don't have to do it, and you can have the wonderful experience of then soldering them yourself. So to do this, I'm going to squirt out some solder paste. It was a bit hard at the beginning, and put it onto the pads. Okay, now there we go. Don't be worried about putting too much on there. You can clear it up afterwards. I mean, of course, with everything there's a balance between too much and too little. The solder paste is always really tough at the beginning. It seems to congeal in the tube. But then once you're going, you're going. It's important to try and get the solder paste into all of the holes, and especially you need to cover also the two little pads. It took me a long time to get these pads to be solderable and reliable. They're my own design. And yeah, it wasn't such an easy task. So we've soldered it up. Now we'll put the pad in its place and squash it down. And what we're going to do to solder it is, first of all, we're going to put it physically in the right location. I'm not using a very small bit for this. Okay, so now I'm comfortable. So it's not a very small bit. It's important that we get the heat in, and what we're trying to do in this moment is to physically attach the socket to the board. So I'm applying pressure and soldering it down. Okay, I'm giving it enough time so that it'll actually melt the solder paste on the top as well. Now that's nearly good. Give it a bit longer, and then we can see that it's got a good physical connection there. Then the other two, and you have to be a bit careful about these. So heat the pad, give it some solder. You have to be a bit careful that these pads don't flow over onto the actual electrical connection pads behind. But we do want them to make a good physical connection with the socket to the board. This is the thing that will take all the stress. Okay, that looks good. Now, let's just give it a test. So I put the multimeter onto continuity. Don't be worried at this point when we test the continuity, it will probably say we're shorted, and that's because the solder paste is still shorting the contacts out there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to give it a bit of a go with the heat gun, and we're going to do it across so that we leave the front contacts unaffected by the heat. And at a certain point, we should see the solder paste melt. Okay. Let us now test the continuity. still continuity. Okay, so we'll give it again. Note that I'm going across the contacts now. And the reason I'm doing this is to make sure that the front contacts aren't affected by the heat. Okay. Try again. Okay, so we've got a short across there still, so we're going to have to clean it up a bit. So I put too much solder paste on. And now what we're going to do is we're going to remove some of the solder using a percussive method, I think you could call it. Still looks like it might be shorting. That's a real pain in the backside. Yeah, there's just too much solder paste on there, so have to get it properly hot. So let's try that again. Now I've got the heat gun, solder gun turned on again. I turned it off, that's why it was getting cooler and cooler. So we're going to get these contacts flowing again. Okay. Now, you can see a couple of bits of solder came off. Let's try the continuity again. Okay, now no continuity. Let's go back and redo the connections, the physical connections, to make sure that they're still good. Okay, and just to make doubly sure, one, two. Okay, so there we go. That's the connector installed. Again, once more, just a continuity test. Okay, no continuity. Let's give it some voltage and test again. Okay, we should read. Should be able to read 5 volts. Okay, put the probe the right way around. Okay, 5.05 volts. Very good. That's that.